We will continue to shed some light on the push factors that actually foster employee turnover. That is, employees tend to leave the organization. So, management issues is one of the major push factor in an organization when employees tend to think about they should go away. So, what is that? First, we need to understand the factor, and then we can see that what organizations or as a HR professional you can do in that organization. So, that is related to management style, treating employees how they like without fear of repercussions, and employees seeking to escape incompetent management. Well, you can think about if you are working in an organization where the top management or the immediate management, that is line manager, they treat you without any fear of repercussions that they cannot be or nothing can happen to them. They can say you something. I don't want to use those words, but unfortunately, that is the reality. We have seen, and I have seen over the period of time in different organizations when the immediate supervisor or the top management they do kind of humiliation or they don't treat you in a respectable way. This is what you can say management style, and they have no fear that there would be any repercussion or the implications, consequences of doing that thing on their position or on their life. So, this is one thing. And the second thing here is employees seeking to escape incompetent management. Yes, your immediate supervisor is nice, is a very kind person. He treats you very well. But unfortunately, when you see that your immediate supervisor or the top management is highly incompetent, that also foster the employee turnover in an organization. In other words, that is a push factor for the employee talent. So, implementing effective management and leadership development program, this is what you can do. These leadership development programs actually facilitate the immediate supervisors to learn how they should negotiate, how they should talk, and how they should treat their subordinates. In research, we call organizational justice, and organizational justice has four types of justice. I'm not talking about the research on organizational justice, it is a very large research area, but employees perceive that that organizational justice is done when they believe that the procedure for the distribution of rewards is fair, the the actual what they receive is fair, that is distributive justice. Informational justice, when you ask your supervisor, when you ask your immediate boss, how have you made this decision to, for example, to transfer me from this department to another, and they don't give you the information, you feel that informational injustice has been done, or you feel that there is no informational justice. And the last is interpersonal justice, when you are treated in a respectable way, you feel that interpersonal justice has been done. So we say that there are a lot of training programs and that help the employees to recognize the personality of the supervisor, and that can help the supervisor or your line manager to understand your personality. And by giving those type of leadership trainings, there can be a better workplace relationship resulting out of that treatment of immediate supervisor to employees. Developing managers as a facilitators, this is the main role of the managers to facilitate their employees rather than to work as a watchdogs. When employees see their their managers as a watchdogs, that they are there to keep an eye on you, this is something you may dislike. Developing leadership skills that are not dependent on position and power. So this is what I am saying, that that those training programs, they will suggest you how to deal with and how to treat employees. Make it simple. When you treat your employees as a human first, you may see that there is a great deal of difference in when you see your employee as a one person or individual in an organization working for that organization. So design and implement a performance appraisal system that is fair and not vulnerable to managerial bias. Although it is very difficult to develop a performance management system where there is no bias in it, but yes, you can strive for it. Organizations are doing it, people have done it. You just have to copy it, or you just have to imitate it. That is the good news, that people have done it. If others have done it, you can do it. In other words, what I am saying, that design and implement a performance appraisal system that is fair. What is the problem? What is the push factor? The push factor is related to your immediate supervisor, because your immediate supervisor is the one who would be assessing your performance at the end of the year, or at the end of a quarter, or at the end of 6 months. You keep on, or you tend to make good relations with him or her, because you believe that that is the performance management system, or performance appraisal is in the hands of your boss or in your immediate supervisor. But if the performance management system is fair, if the performance appraisal system is fair, you tend to see that, okay, this is something fair enough. What I do is good for the organization. At the end of the day, I don't need to have any fear that there would not be any repercussion if my immediate supervisor do anything which is against the policy, which is against the procedure. So you see that there is a repercussions, because there is a presence of any performance management system. So presence of rules and policies, performance management system, giving training to the immediate supervisor, giving training to the immediate employees. This is something which can reduce the negative impact of this push factor that is related to between the two parties, that is the immediate supervisor and the employee. Thank you.